Sorry for the technical glitch. Now, instead of Rohit, I have written creators and daters instead of their names, as their nature is of daters and creators. So we have sold goods to Manish on credit. The cost of the goods was 17,500. So we'll deduct 17,500 from stock. We'll add 20,000 in daters, and the profit of 2,500 will be added to capital. And we'll keep on continuing the balances. Next is furniture purchased for office use. So rupees 10,000 has been deducted from cash for purchase of furniture, and 10,000 has been added to furniture. Next is cash paid to Rohit in full settlement. We have made a purchase of 50,000 from Rohit. Here number 2, purchase goods from Rohit rupees 50,000. So we have purchased the goods of 50,000. 50,000 is in stock and in creditors. Now we are going to pay him cash paid to Rohit in full settlement, but we are paying him only 48,500 in full settlement. Means for an amount of 50,000 we are paying him 48,500. What does it mean? We are getting a discount of rupees 1,500. We are obtaining or getting a discount of 1,500. 1,500 rupees discount has been received. So this discount received is an income, because we were about to pay 50,000, but we have paid only 48,500 and the account is settled. So we have earned a discount of 1,500. This discount is an income for us. We have paid cash only 48,500. So 48,500 has been deducted from cash. Next, 50,000 creditors is fully deducted, because the balance of creditors will become nil. We have settled the account of creditors, that is Rohit, and 1,500, that is the discount, that is the income, is added to the capital. 1,500. Please check this transaction very carefully. We have made purchase of 50,000 here from the creditors. Now we have deducted 50,000 out there. 1,500, that is our profit, is added to capital, and we have paid cash only 48,500. So 48,500 has been deducted from cash. Next is cash received from Manish. We have made a sale on credit basis to Manish of rupees 20,000. Although the sale was made of 17,500, 2,500 was our profit. That is different thing. But we will receive rupees 20,000 from Manish, and we have received full amount of 20,000. So no question of discount there. So we'll add 20,000 in cash, and we'll deduct 20,000 from the debtors. In this way, we will complete this transaction also. Next is rent paid and outstanding. Here rent paid is rupees 1,000 and rent outstanding is rupees 2,000. Outstanding means it is due to be paid. Till now we have not paid, but it is due to be paid. For this year only the rent has accrued. That this is the rent of this year. Till now we have not paid, but we need to pay it in future. So this is our liability. Now in that case, rent already has been paid, that is 1,000, that will deduct from cash. Next, we'll make one separate column for rent outstanding, as this is our liability. So rent outstanding or outstanding rent, one column will be made, and 2,000 will be written there in rent outstanding. And all total 1,000 and 2,000, the amount of rent paid in cash 1,000 and rent outstanding 2,000, both together, that is 3,000, will be deducted from capital. From capital we need to deduct rupees 3,000, that is the total amount of rent, 1,000 paid and 2,000 outstanding. Next is goods destroyed by fire. Now 10,000 rupees goods has been destroyed by fire. So this is a loss, this is a direct loss for the business, and this direct loss will be deducted from the stock, because we have lost goods in fire. So stock rupees 10,000 we have lost, and this 10,000 will be deducted from the capital, as this is a loss and the owner needs to pay for the loss. So this 10,000 has already been deducted by the capital. Next is the last transaction, cash withdrawn for personal use. The owner has withdrawn cash rupees 5,000 for personal use. Since the owner has withdrawn it for personal use, so we'll deduct 5,000 from cash and 5,000 from the owner's balance. We'll deduct in this manner. We'll get the final balance, final equation: 1,30,500 in cash, 22,500 in stock. Debtors has already gone nil. Furniture is rupees 10,000. 1,61,000 in capital. Creditors have already gone nil, and 2,000 rupees balance in rent outstanding. So if we check the final equation, it is coming 1,30,500 and 22,500. This gives us rupees 1,53,000 plus rupees 10,000 furniture, 1,63,000, and this side if we check, capital 1,61,000 and rent outstanding 2,000. So this is also 1,63,000. In this way we have completed our whole sum. I am showing you once again. You can check the whole question here. Also I am showing you the question once again. You can also see the question here. This was the question for which we have prepared this accounting question. Now if you have any queries regarding this, you can text me or call me personally on WhatsApp, or you can call me directly. I'll also provide you one more sum to practice. I'll send it in your group. You need to solve that sum and send the solution to me as soon as possible personally on WhatsApp. Till then, thank you very much and bye.